That's crazy. Tonight it's around 7 Celsius, I think. You can see it's been lashing down with rain for the last couple of hours. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to do another Pilot Sport 5 video to see what it's like in these conditions, because I haven't covered cold and wet yet. So tonight I am just going into the centre of Thessaloniki, northern Greece. It'll be motorways all the way. So we're just going to see how it deals with everything that gets thrown at it. So we're going to have wet conditions, obviously. We're going to have standing water, definitely. We're going to have super slippery concrete, which is absolute super slippery tarmac, I should say, which is completely typical of the Greek roads in northern Greece, at least. These roads are really not built to deal with rain. To be fair, it's very rarely wet here, very rarely, so they don't really need to be good in the wet roads. So I think this is going to be as good a test as anything with that. So I'm just going to go along here and just give you my thoughts and feedback of how the tyres deal with these conditions. And then tomorrow I'll tackle some country roads. I think it's going to be raining all day tomorrow, and that'll be later in the video. But for now, we'll just concentrate on the old motorway part of it. I've got to say, so far, absolutely zero issues. Granted, I haven't been going that fast, but so far, absolutely no hint at all that they're having problems at all with dealing with any of the standing water or having any issues at all with grip. So that's going to be, so far so good. This is going to be a little bit of a test here with traction. So we'll see how that goes. We're in the Project Octavia. It's got an 18-inch there, 225/40/18s. Supposed to be putting out about 300 brake. I'm not sure, I haven't measured it, but that's what I've been told. And I think the car needs an engine mount, so we're probably going to get a bit of, could get a bit of banging from the axles here. But we'll see. So we had a bit there. But we're getting good forward motion. They seem excellent, to be fair. Get good drive, very good drive from them. I've got the traction control on just because I don't want to burn through these tyres. I've got the traction control on all the time. But yeah, traction control was kicking in, obviously, but with good forward motion as well. And that piece of tarmac there is kind of typical, like I said, very shiny in the very shiny tarmac. It doesn't absorb any water. Water just stays on the surface. But you know, very good forward motion, and no hint at all of the tyres really moving about on the surface of the road. We've got some, usually got some bits of standing water here, on the one bit on the left, and we've got one bit on the right. So we'll just see how they deal with that. We've got a bit of a pacemaker in front, actually. This BMW's not hanging about. And then this should be the standing water bit here. No hint at all of any aquaplaning at all. Very solid, just digs into the water, goes through it. I didn't feel like the tyres lost contact with the tarmac at all. So yeah, that's great. Got a bit of this corner here is not too bad. It's actually got a bit of, you know, the black tarmac, which has got a bit of grip to it. But let's put it round. No trace of slippage. We've got good tarmac here on this road, relatively speaking. I'm giving it everything. Absolutely no hint of slippage. Can't fault it, very stable. But like I said, this is quite a good piece of tarmac there, no standing water on it, it's new. This is a very dodgy corner. This is going to be the dodgiest corner that I tackle today. This is super slippery, off camber, downhill. I mean, this is a proper test. There's so many cars lose it here. Just look at the state of the barriers either side. I mean, it's either new or it's freaking dented because a car's gone through it. I got no hint at all that it was going to lose grip there. It's a bit difficult for me to do. But again, yeah, okay. It was losing a bit of traction in third and fourth there, but it wasn't uncontrollable, and it wasn't like completely spinning up. But again, the traction control is on, so it's never going to really spin up. And I definitely, again, didn't feel like it was floating on top of the road surface at all. So yeah, so far so good. Obviously, the real test is going to be on a country road where, you know, we can put some force through the brakes, put some force out of corners with acceleration. I mean, for sure, the tyres are not limiting my speed in these conditions. I mean, they've got plenty left to give. I'm not approaching the limit of these tyres. Definitely, at the very least, for normal driving, plenty of tyre. And I think even if you're going for it, again, from what you can see here, tyres for me, so far, my opinion, plenty good enough. I don't think I'm going to learn. We're coming into the town now, the city. I don't think I'm really going to learn anything here. If I do learn anything interesting from the city driving, I'll put it in the country road video, and that's probably what's going to come next. You alright, guys? This is day 2, so we're going to take on a little bit of a country road here just to get an idea of what these Pilot Sports are like. Raining less than yesterday, definitely less standing water, but it hasn't stopped raining. It's a constant light rain. Obviously, we're on the road, so I'm not approaching the limits of it. I can't exactly tell you, you know, how much, you know, how these lap times compare on a Pilot Sport 5 to anything else. Like I said, it's on the public road, so the only thing I can tell you is about the feel, really, and how much confidence it gives. The speed will come into it a little bit, like relative to other tyres. So far we've come up that little stretch there, and I think that, again, I can't really fault it at all. They just feel really keyed into the road, these tyres. They feel keyed in. I would say I would start comparing them to the Cross Climate 2s, but I want to save that for another video. I really want to milk it. So this is just going to be the Pilot Sport 5s in isolation. If you want to know how they compare to the Cross Climate 2s in cold and wet conditions, subscribe to the channel, because I will be doing a video on that. Like I said last night, this is really my first time with these Pilot Sport 5s in cold and wet conditions, so this is kind of a first impressions video also. We've got you know, a bit of standing water here. I'll give it a bit of gas on corner exit. Can't really say that I feel I'm approaching the limit. Okay, if we're cornering and give it full beans, okay, the traction light's coming on. But I'd say the grip is pretty freaking impressive, to be fair. I don't want to go head on into the bus, you know what I mean? But I'd say the grip levels are pretty freaking high. I mean, really good. Really good. And I'm not, you know, they give a lot of confidence, these tyres. A lot of confidence. Like on some tyres, you can feel like there's a glassiness in the steering, like that the tyre is passing over the surface of the road in the wet conditions. It's just super unnerving. Okay, you could argue that's like the extreme end of the spectrum. But I'd say these don't give me that feeling. And even when you get on the gas early in the corner, I just feel the traction light coming on, but I don't feel like I don't feel like a big wash. Okay, maybe you can feel a little bit of loss of traction, but it doesn't get that washy feeling, like a sliding feeling. Just feels, like I said, I know I keep saying it, but that's the best way I can say to describe it. I just feel really keyed into the tarmac, even when, on some of those corners then, like they're not really entitled to feel that keyed in. You see here we've got like the bits of standing water. Okay, maybe a bit there, but not horrendously so. It's very gradual. It's not like a switch. It's just a gradual loss of traction. Like this is super slippery on this. Off cambers, standing water. Plus I don't really know the road that well. This piece anyway. Wow. I mean, fucking hell, really good. I mean, I'm not going to say... Look, my biggest worry is I don't want it washing off, you know what I mean? I don't want to go fucking straight on. And this is, like I said, I don't know this road that well. But even then, on the power out of the corner, it's still giving great traction. What's it like on the brakes? Oh, really good. So tight corner, accelerate on entry. A good acceleration as well. I mean, and again, this is like your typical Greek B road. This tarmac is not great. It does not have good drainage on it. It's like a shiny surface, but bloody hell. Oh. Good forward momentum and no traction control either. Really impressive. Look, it's got a lot of blind corners. It's just got bad visibility road, you know. This is my problem with it. Bad visibility, and it's not fucking flowing at all. Like, this is super slippery, but just keys in. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. Just gonna spin it around here because I really do not like the rest of this road. We'll just, I'll just retrace my steps, you know. Just go back down that same piece of road. Still no traction control coming in. I mean, flipping heck. You know, I'd say they've got so much grip that if they did let go, I mean, you're going to have... If they did let go, not that they're giving me the idea that they will, but if they did, in the wet, I'd be having such a big accident. I mean, they're letting me go as fast as I would want to go on a wet country road, on the wet public road. I mean, it's oh, almost miraculous. Again, I don't want to compare them to the Cross Climate 2s. If we just come around here and I'll just give it a bit of power, they just track. Very impressive. Super impressive. Let's just give this guy a bit of space here. Oh my goodness. You know, the consequences, if it did lose grip around here, the consequences are quite bloody severe. A lot of Arctics coming on the other lane and they are cutting it. This is bloody fucking amazing. Fucking hell. Oh my god, so much confidence. I mean, realistically speaking, I don't think you want to go around there any faster than that in the wet. Absolutely amazing. And like I said, that road surface there is not great. But this is an Octavia RS I'm in, yeah? It's the Mark 1. So this car is from 2002. It's a Project Octavia. If you want to see more about that, there's check out the channel. So this is not modern technology. I mean, it is whatever it is now, a 20-year-old chassis. But I would say that experience there is like a modern car. It's like the Mark III, the Mark III Leon, for example. That is the kind of, or a Mark 7 Golf. This is the feeling that I'm getting. Like a new car capability in a 20-year-old chassis. Like on the like for the Mark 7 Golf, I mean, they are really excellent. I mean, it's just okay, there's no driver involvement in them for me, but they just have so high limits in the wet, in the rain, and I'd say this is what it reminds me of. That sort of go anywhere, effortless kind of speed in grotty conditions. This is what it reminds me of. But this has got 300 brake and it seems to be putting it down all right, you know? I mean, frankly, the speed I'm coming along here is not a million miles from when it's dry. I mean, that's crazy. Because, like, not only is it wet, but it's also cold. And I'm not on the limit at all. Like, seriously, I would not be going along there much faster in the dry. What an amazing tyre. Like I said at the start, it's not about the G-forces, even though I think they're pretty good. Looking at the speed that I'm doing versus in the wet versus the dry, just ignoring the G-forces for me, it's just the confidence that they give. They just feel like a fantastic tyre to use. I mean, it's giving this chassis, which they say is not as good. There is a big step between this chassis and the Mark V Golf, the Mark II Octavia, but I'm comparing it to Mark III Leon, Mark 7 Golf in these conditions in Britain in the winter. And I said, it feels really similar to that. You point and it just turns, it carves into the corner. It's elevated the performance level of this car. I mean, I can't say that the chassis on this is as good as a Mark 7 Golf, because obviously it isn't. but it's these tires, they give it a big boost, a very big boost. Like this is horrible here, this in the dry. This is super shiny. It's a bit off camber. And I'll just give it a bit of gas here on exit. It's just hooking. Yeah, going back to what I said, it's not even about the G-forces or the speeds. I think that in the wet conditions on the road, I think the feel is very important. Like how much confidence do you get from the tires? That's the main thing, I think. You just want a confidence-inspiring tire when you're going along, especially on strange roads, bad weather. You just want to have confidence in the tire that you're going to be able to deal with whatever comes up. And from these, I mean, this is what I'm getting. The super confidence. So you can tell I'm impressed. I was impressed with them in warm and wet conditions, and I'm you know, maybe I'm even more impressed with them in this temperature because I wasn't expecting it. So yeah, I'd say a really great tire. So I think you get the idea, guys. I can't really say anything more than that. Did it on the motorway yesterday. I thought they were, again, super confidence inspiring. Did get a bit of aquaplaning on the way back last night, but we're talking deep water then. Deep water for it to aquaplane at decent speeds. And this is the key phrase for these tires, confidence inspiring. Great on the motorway, puts the power down on the motorway, still great braking. And then on country roads also, even on slippy country roads, which are a little bit waterlogged, not the greatest surface to start with, very confidence inspiring. As always, thank you for watching. There's new videos every Sunday. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more reviews, more opinion videos, more comparison videos. You know the drill. Thanks for watching. Look after yourselves. Again, subscribe to the channel, very important. Hit that notification button, and I'll see you again next week.